Hello there and welcome to episode 3 of Studs Up, brought to you, of course, by talkSPORT Bet. We're back once again and we've got loads and loads to talk through. I can't wait to go through all this. I mean, if you're around, if you're travelling, you're on a train, make yourself a cup of tea if you're at home and strap in for some riveting conversation. I'm once again joined by, well, they're like Ant and Dec. Let's put it that way. I'm changing it because they weren't happy with their intro last week, so I'm going to say they're like Ant and Dec if Ant retired when he was 29 and Dec hated Arsenal. It is Bentley and Rory Jennings. How are you, boys?
Yeah, very well, man. Very well. You?
Yeah, good, man. Good, busy. That's how we like it, isn't it?
Busy week, yeah.
Talk to me about your weeks, actually. So, Roy, you've had a bit of a week because you got something special through the post.
Oh yeah,
we've got to start there.
Yeah, I mean, it's truly.
He
like
was
one
so
of the...
excited by it. I know. So was I. I was excited for you.
It's because do you know what? Frank Lampard is my hero.
Yeah.
He's my hero growing up. He's my hero now. He's one of the people that I've always looked up to, always admired, and have rated like so highly. Like he gave me some of the best moments of my life, genuinely. When he took the ball round Jaskalainen at the Reebok, it genuinely was one of the best moments of my life.
Yeah.
And I have recently had a studio built, and I thought it'd be nice to get some stuff. I have access to like I could send him a message basically and hope for the best. So I sent him a message, and I
bet you don't leave him alone, do you?
How
are you?
I tried.
How are you, Lamps?
Do you know what?
Do you call him Lamps?
No. Do you know what's crazy? No, I don't. No. Sir Frank. No. Do you know what's crazy? They had a massive win against Millwall, and I thought, like big win, really hard place to go. That to me is the signifier of automatic promotion. And I didn't message. But I nearly did. I was like, that's such a big win. No. Frank, what are what are you doing, Rob?
What are you doing? Voice note as well. Not a voice note.
Yeah.
We're
so
like,
no, I've managed to rein it in. I've managed to control it. But so anyway, I got in touch and I was like, look, I'd love a shirt to put up if you have anything. And I'm thinking,
I'm thinking
getting blanked, absolutely blanked. Then I'm thinking, if he is good enough to send me anything to get to even reply to this message.
Yeah.
I don't know, a game, we beat Wigan 1-0 at the JJB.
Yeah.
Something that didn't necessarily...
Yeah.
He got back to me and he offered me two amazing shirts. He said, take your pick out of these two.
Wow.
What,
that in itself is
the man. He's classy geezer.
But listen to the shirts. I was like, what is he doing?
Go on.
One, he offered me the FA Cup final shirt of 2012 when we beat Liverpool. Bear in mind what else happened in 2012. Yeah. Like that is synonymous of a team that was immortal.
Wow.
So beating Liverpool, we beat Tottenham in a semi. We beat Tottenham 5-1 in the semi. We then beat Liverpool in a final. We then the following week went to win in Munich.
Yeah.
He offered me the FA Cup final shirt. Do you want that?
Wow.
Or the most brilliant and perhaps like the dream for me. At Villa Park, Frank Lampard achieved something that I don't think will ever be broken. Some records are there to be broken, some aren't. Yeah. He broke Bobby Tamblin's goal-scoring record. He equalised it and broke it in the same game.
Yeah.
At Villa Park, like you can see the images of him celebrating. There's an iconic one of him sitting on Petr Cech's shoulders. Like the Chelsea fans were on the pitch celebrating with him.
Yeah.
I can neither confirm nor deny whether I was one of those or not.
He's not incriminating.
Definitely on there.
Yeah. And he offered me that one. So at the time, I sent him a message back. I went, Frank, can I sleep on it?
Yeah.
I was like, FA Cup final, I don't know what one to pick.
I can't believe
I love that
you slept on it.
I can't believe that.
But you're offering me two of the best possible... there wasn't a clear winner.
Taking it? Do you feel bad?
No, well, what do you know what I've said? Firstly, I'm going to give it nothing but respect.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in a Waitrose bag, right? Yeah. it's being treated...
That is respectful.
It's being treated as respectfully as I could possibly treat it.
Yeah.
And on some level, it's only on loan. If I will respect it, I will nurture it.
Yeah.
I'm a caretaker.
Yeah.
I'll just look after it. If he ever wanted it back, it's his shirt, right? Yeah. It's on loan. But he's given me...
So and I picked the one at Villa Park.
What bet?
He's our top ever goal scorer. That record will never be broken.
Yeah.
Like, he's a legend.
He's a legend.
This is it. There it is.
Oh.
This is it. And look,
and he's personalised it, which is beautiful.
It.
Oh my gosh!
He's personalised it with the
so
date.
What's it say?
11th, it says Rory, 11th of May at Villa away, a special day for me, and I know this is now in good hands. Up the Chelsea.
Poetry as well from Lamps.
It's amazing, isn't it?
That's unreal.
It's amazing. So from here, I'm going to get it framed. Yeah. From here, I'm going to get it framed, and then it will have pride of place in my studio.
No, that's class.
Do you know what? That's
it's the best thing. Well, do you know what I was thinking? It's actually the best thing that he, in terms of like, I'm a fan. He's the kid, my king.
Yeah.
It's the best thing he could possibly do. Yeah. He couldn't go any further than this. He's gone like above and beyond. What an amazing man. I love him even more. I didn't think it was possible, but love him even more.
I remember.
I'm so pleased for you, Rory.
I remember up against Lampard, and I was a young lad away. I was alone at Norwich. And we're playing away at Chelsea, Stamford Bridge. I'm going up against it. Honest to God, technically, I had one of the best games I had. 9 out of 10. You know, every time I received the ball, never lost it.
Yeah.
I was playing up against Lamps in the midfield, part of a 3 in the midfield. And I've come off the pitch, and this is as a young lad just coming through at Arsenal, just technically. I didn't miss a pass, I created great moments, set up, just beautiful. And I was thinking, Lampard, just in the game, I was going, Lampard, you know, he come off, scored a hat-trick, and they won 4-0.
Wow.
And I remember, it was a lesson. I woke up in the morning after, it was a lesson in football about you have to do a lot more, and what he could do as a professional footballer and make an impact in a game. And he come away, he scored 2 worldies and got his hat-trick. And that just showcased the difference between just being technically good on the ball and looking pretty, and actually being effective on the football pitch.
There was a great episode of The Overlap. I don't know if you've seen the recent Overlap that totally chimes with that. I think Lampard is the perfect example of this. There's a difference between being a sort of a good footballer, a beautiful footballer, or being an effective winning footballer. And it was a great episode, and it was Des Walker. And he was talking about the difference between Stuart Pearce and it was the difference between Stuart Pearce and Tony DeRigo. Yeah. And the bottom line was Stuart Pearce maybe wasn't as technically, maybe he wasn't, but Stuart Pearce affected the results of games. Yeah. And I think for Frank Lampard, like that's not saying that the technique wasn't there. You look at some of the goals he scored. He scored from basically the most narrow angle past Valdez in the Nou Camp. Yeah. You look at the goal he scored past Oliver Kahn in front of the North Stand at Stamford Bridge. Yeah. Like an icon. But yeah, possibly the greatest gift I've ever been given, including the gift of children. No.
And he chucked in the Waitrose bag as well, I heard.
I know. What would you carry around a Tottenham and Arsenal shirt in?
Yeah.
Well,
speaking of which,
Speaking of which, we're doing a bit of show and tell here now.
Yeah, we are.
Bence, you've got a match-worn shirt from an absolute superstar.
Well, when I heard Rory's beautiful story, classy story from Lamps, it sort of sprung into my mind a story of when I was coming through at Arsenal. I made my debut against Oxford. It was January 3rd, 4th, 5th, FA Cup 3rd round. And I remember it. I come on that day, Martin Keown pulls me. He said, keep it simple when you get the ball. As soon as you receive it, keep it simple. So as soon as I received it, I went on a Maisie and tried. That was the story of my life. Not listening.
Of course he did.
And I remember walking back to the halfway line. Martin went, "Hey, he didn't listen much." But in that same game, Dennis Bergkamp broke a record, or he made a record. He scored his 100th goal in that game, outside of the boot in the box. And it was the day I made my debut. And obviously, at the time, I was getting compared to Bergkamp within the youth teams and so on. And I've come back in after the game, and me being me, Dennis, you know, when you think back, it's mental. I'm going, Dennis, come son, give us your shirt. And he just, because he's hard, isn't he? He's from like that, like no, you know, no. And I've gone into the shower to get washed off, as you do. And as I've come back into it was in the old Ivory. As I've come back in, his shirt was placed on where I sat.
Oh, amazing.
Another
How amazing is that?
And you still got it here today?
I've got it here today.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that's so old school. Look at that.
I mean, look how big he is as well. He's a lamp, isn't it?
That's an XL, that, isn't it?
Wow.
That's
amazing.
Unbelievable.
It's funny that you say he's hard
to do that, and me being chirpy in the dressing room. You know, like Dennis, okay, give me that, and it's.
A true icon of the game.
The non-flying Dutchman.
It's funny that they always say how hard he is, because you know when people within the game, I think Martin Keown actually on talkSPORT has spoken about this, quite how much of an edge that Arsenal team had. Like the beauty of Henry was hard and filth. Yeah. The glory of somebody like Dennis Bergkamp. Yeah. He will batter you. Yeah. When you're not in the game like me, you know, I just adore the game from the outside looking in. Yeah. I see him more as an artist, not as a hard man. But he had that real edge, didn't he?
In training, I remember Wenger was really good at it. Small-sided, 7-a-side games, and he used to set up the same teams throughout the week. So the competitive edge, you're on the whites, blues, or yellows or whatever. you'd stay on Monday, the 7-a-side team, you'd stay all week. It used to kick off.
Yeah.
And Burkett, if you were by him, he'd stamp on you. Right, and stuff. You know, it was going, the physicality of that Invincible squad, training every day. It's a bit like me in the boxing ring. You have to take a few digs.
Yeah.
And you weren't getting away with nothing. And that showcases, like we talked about Lamps a minute ago, being effective on a game, but they're physically effective. They're technically effective.
Yeah.
They're not just doing things for the eye, you know, to see. They're doing things that can affect the game, and that's what the Invincibles were. And to be in and around that every day, but to receive a shirt like that at that moment in time,
I'm very jealous.
and that's class. It shows again what a class man he was, because he was.
Yeah.
And Dennis has continued to do that throughout his life and career. Beautiful man, but he was aggressive on the pitch.
Amazing.
You didn't want to cross him.
Do you know what? 2 icons. What a way to start the show. But there's another thing, Rory, right? When we talk about Bentz's week.
Yeah.
Bentz had a massive achievement this week, right? Okay. He's only started social media. How long have you been on social media for now?
2.5, 3 weeks.
About 2.5, 3 weeks. And he's hit 10k followers.
10K,
already.
come
How
on,
about
10K.
that?
Well deserved.
Is that good?
We've got
Is
the
it?
world's greatest podcaster.
And
A nice little cake here to celebrate. We've got Alani bringing this in for us. Thank you very much, Alani.
Thank you.
And I'd like you to pay special attention to the candles on there. 007, just like that. How about it?
007. I
There you
thought that'd be a cheeky. Thank you very much.
Now,
Are we lighting the candles or blowing them out?
no, we can't because of your hairspray.
True.
So, but there you go. That's yours.
10K Swift.
10K.
Do you like the 007 little edge? When I was
it.
thinking, I thought people will think, oh, he's having himself, you know. And I thought, what should I do? Is like, oh, when they look at it, 007. But
Yeah, there you are. You deserve that.
10,000's good.
Very good.
10,000.
Well, my
Swift
daughter,
as well.
she's 16, and my kids and everyone else always said, get on it. I've never sort of, so I thought, go on, I'll bite the bullet, get on. And it's like a loaded weapon in my hand, though.
Yeah.
We've noticed.
Because they say, don't do a Britney.
Yeah.
Don't do a Britney. And I've been doing Britney's.
He'd be naked dancing with swords soon.
Yeah. Before you know it, I'll just have like red little knickers on. What they say.
There you go. Hey, look, you've done well. You've done well.
I like
I'm
the
really
cake.
enjoying you. Yeah.
I'm getting loads of
Lovely.
sort of presents and so on.
Yeah, we need to get off Rory.
No, well deserved.
Rory,
Yeah.
we don't want Rory getting the hump, do we?
Well,
I'm a diva.
Yeah, what's he getting?
I
Is
was
he
like
getting a
Mariah
big one?
Carey, but I'm going to throw my toys out the
Yeah,
pram.
we need to be careful. You need to earn it, though. That's what it is. Right, now, lads, let's move on to what we're all here for. We love it. Football.
Yes.
And a bit of reflection. Let's talk about the Champions League. Only one place to start, in my opinion. Let's go for Chelsea. Are you? I mean, I know it's a very difficult time right now. You're not bowled over by them, are you?
No, far from it. Look, we got a good result.
Yeah.
And I think there is certainly a school of thought that suggests if you win a game in Europe, take the 3 points, ultimately you should be fairly pleased. But there wasn't very little to write home about. It was almost a non-event of a game.
Yeah.
But I'm worried about the direction of travel at Chelsea. I really am. I don't think that we have a particularly good manager. I feel like...
Do you think he knows his best 11?
No, I don't. I don't think he does. And the problem, where I'll be slightly forgiving towards him, I don't think there is one. You know, in the time, look, we've spoken about Frank Lampard. There was a time when Chelsea's spine would always be Czech, Terry, Lampard, Drogba.
Yeah.
Bang. That's the spine. Yeah. Then you can fill in. Then it might be Damien Duff or Joe Carter. Then you can kind of, it doesn't necessarily matter because you have that spine. And you can build off that. What we don't have is that. Like we've got a Bozo in goal, haven't we? Like we really do. If we're complete, like we
Red
we
card
really,
after 5 minutes.
I mean, we really do have a Bozo in goal, and then we've made a pig's ear of our transfer strategy around our centre halves. So I don't know the best centre halves really at the club, but I feel like Robert Sanchez is the best goalkeeper, but that's a ludicrous sentence.
That is what you're saying there. The fundamental of any great team is the spine of the team. Every single team within history will have that. And like you said, you had the sort of squad rotational players in and around that spine. And if you don't have that, Chelsea are suffering that. And he needs to find that quick if they're gonna push on to the areas in which they want to push on and win win trophies.
But do you know what, David? Lots of people are looking at what's going on at the moment at Liverpool, say, but ahead of the Liverpool-Chelsea fixture. Yeah. And I think some people are kind of going, Liverpool look frail, there's a vulnerability to them. Obviously, they didn't have a good result in Istanbul. I see nothing in this Chelsea team, nothing in Enzo Maresca to say that we can add to the desperation of Liverpool at the moment.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, make them pay for the
No,
fact
exactly.
that they're teetering.
Nothing.
Yeah. It's kind of what happened last season, where Liverpool won the league, yes, but they kind of peeled away from the league slowly, didn't they? No one really kind of laid a glove on them.
I do think with all the additions, there's been a lot of signings. It seems like a transitional season for a lot of clubs.
Yeah.
A lot of players settling in. You can see it across the board, and it's difficult when you got that. I think across the league because each individual club are looking for that spine to their team. It's not. I don't think when you analyse each club, they've not really found themselves yet. I think you're going to see more of a structure within the Premier League, more of a structure who's sort of you can anticipate winning this league this year.
Yeah.
Because I think it's difficult to assess it at the minute. But once that 10 games is in and the new players settle in, and the managers get used to managing them new players, then it will sort itself out. I think it's a defining time over the coming weeks.
Do you think the results in Europe, so Chelsea and Liverpool, didn't have particular... Chelsea won, but fairly unconvincingly. Liverpool obviously got beat. How impactful do you both think that will be ahead of the fixture?
I don't know. It's a difficult whether these European games are hurdles as opposed to momentum builders, isn't it? It really is. I don't think it affects the Premier League that much. I think the Premier League is its own entity, and it's the most competitive it's ever been right now. You can get turned over by anyone. Sunderland are fifth, for God's sake. It's great. It's great for everybody. But I don't know if necessarily the Champions League hinders momentum. I don't think that's the case.
It has a negative impact within the environment of the training ground, and that's where the good managers come in. And when you have a good backroom staff, you have a good club. You can suffer. You can take them hits. If that's a negative impact in the training ground, it will make it more sufferable going into the games. Like Liverpool and Chelsea, they are part of that transition across the board. Probably Arsenal are the team that have probably got the most settled squad. They've only had to sort of welcome Gyökeres up front, which is he's actually done away. He's impressed me, but it takes time
not
across.
Often you hear that, David.
Oh.
You're in a very
I know.
You're in a very close club there because I feel like not many people are sharing your opinion.
No, I think he's holding up the ball well.
Interesting.
I think he's shown endeavour. He's not afraid to put his head in. I think things all with that transitional element which each football club is having. I think he's showcased like willing to run, willing to get involved. He holds up the ball well. I just think obviously he's going to be judged on his stats and his goals, and he's obviously got to get more than that. But I've been impressed with him that he's come in, and it's a difficult environment to come in with Arsenal because they're flying high. There's a lot of expectations on him, a lot of pressure on Arteta to go ahead and win. I think he's settled in all right. I know there's negativity around him, but like I said, you're 6-7 games into a season. I don't think it's time to judge, and there's a transitional period in which they're going to hit the ground, hopefully after that period, hit the ground running.
Do you know what I'll do? I'll piggyback on the back of that, as in giving players time. Quickly touch on the Liverpool game. They obviously lost, and we've mentioned it. Wirtz, I mentioned it last week, and it was kind of like, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Do you still feel the same way?
Yeah.
Because, there's a lot more chat now than there was even a week ago about him and whether he's hindering the squad. Does he need to get dropped?
Doing 007 about him,
they
are.
are. Yeah, they are.
Actually.
Yeah. So nice little link that was. Do you think... Obviously, he may come good. Does he need to be dropped, though, at the moment, Rory?
I don't think so. I don't. I really don't. I think that people, and I do understand why, and I think it's really, really linked to the price tag, and that's unjust on him. But people aren't acknowledging not only is he trying to embed in a new team, he's trying to embed in a new language. He's trying to embed in a new country, in a new city. Like, he's also incredibly young. Like, he's a kid. He's a kid moving away from his family to start a new life in a new country. I understand why people are expecting so much. And there was actually a moment, that moment against Crystal Palace, that chance that he had. It was great. I think Szoboszlai puts in beautifully. And it was tame, it was weak, it was lacking conviction and confidence. But I don't think you're going to find any of those words I just used by being dropped.
No.
I think you persevere. What do you think, David?
Yeah, 100%. I think he's very in the same ilk as probably Modric when he came in.
Yeah.
It's very slight. He's got to adapt to the game, but they spend a lot of money. What he did in Germany was incredible. How comfortable he is on the ball. I think this is a transitional point for Liverpool. Arne Slot needs to get it right, like you said. They're probably traditionally sort of attack from the wings, through Salah and so on. But you've got a central player that you have to feed the ball, and you have to trust him with the ball. You have to allow him to dictate the pace of the game. So Liverpool have to change the way they play, the way they win. And if they buy into him and keep feeding the ball, let him dictate the play, you're going to see Liverpool step up another level. But because of the transition, you have to trust it. You can't just implode. You've made the commitment of that money. Arne Slot, as a manager, has to manage that situation and has to convince the whole team, he's our man. We play through this man. If we give him the ball, 9 times out of 10, he's going to create goals. Secondary goals as well, because he's going to
take men away.
Take men away.
Interesting parallel there with Modric.
Yeah.
Did Modric...
he struggled to start with.
The physicality of
the Ballon d'Or. Modric, we know when I come in at exactly the same time. What an exceptional player! Received the ball anywhere on the pitch. He was so comfortable, elegant on the ball. I just loved watching him, but he struggled because of the physicality of the league. It's not only that, like you said, there's so many factors. Moving country, you got to respect that. You know, moving into a different environment, away from their family, their friends. It's a difficult one that is combining also with the situation that they're finding themselves in on the pitch. You just have to trust. Everyone has to trust that process. Has to believe in it, and I think Arne Slot can do that. But you can't. Liverpool are in a transitional period now. They've changed the team. They've got different players, and each individual and each member of the coaching staff and the manager has to buy into that, and the fans.
Was it Harry Redknapp? Was it Harry Redknapp?
He got the best out of him, yeah. Because it was Ramos.
Did they persevere? They didn't take him out of the team. Can you remember?
He was in and out a little bit,
really?
And then he got allowed. Yeah, and then
he got a run of games. Did he?
They got a run of games, and then he was just. You knew that you could. The trust in him to receive the ball anywhere and dictate the play. That is an incredible. I mean, you see Toni Kroos do it for years for Real Madrid, and when you get a player like that within the team, he can dictate the play. It just sort of settles. As soon as they receive the ball, the opposition drop, and everything becomes everything becomes a little bit calmer. And then you're making runs, and with players like that in the team, you have to trust them. They've spent that amount of money to drop. The only way you could drop him is to give him a little bit of time off. He's got an international break. Hopefully, he comes back firing. But dropping him I can't see it as an option. I think that's just media talk.
I honestly think, and I'm quite happy to be wrong here. But I honestly think that by the time we're having a conversation around Florian Wirtz, late January, I think we're talking about him having a great month, looking really good, making Liverpool look sensational, polished. I just think it takes time, and we're reactionary. Fans are reactionary,
of course they are.
And I guess we're reactionary because of the money. If he was a youth product that had come through at Anfield at Melwood,
give him time.
Exactly. And I know he's experienced. I know he costs a lot of money, but he's 21 years old. I know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you.
That's incredible. 21,
gone are the days where you had a season to bet in as well. It used to be a season. Oh, they're not going to be at it.
Four games or whatever people were moaning, weren't they? Four games.
I know.
And Liverpool had won all those games. It's mental.
And the top of the league.
Liverpool had won all those games, then top of the league, and everyone's going to get first out of the team. It's crazy.
It's not like football fans to catastrophise, is it? No, right. Right, okay, quick word on Barcelona versus PSG. First of all, are we looking at one of the winners of the competition here? I'll put it over to you, Bence. And second of all, their star man, right? Obviously, Yamal. At such a young age. I mean, we were talking about last week Ballon d'Or, and his name pops up in the Ballon d'Or conversations. It might be too early, but I mean, what a talent we're seeing here. I don't know if you saw his mazy run that he had as well.
Unbelievable. I kept replaying it.
Yeah, same. It's amazing. But there's, I mean, as the media will, they'll talk about his off the field as well. How important is it for him? I don't know whether it be social media, whether about his lifestyle to stay on track at a tender age like his.
It's very difficult. I think at his level as well, where he's at, I think we've seen players before. You got the Neymar and the Messi, which direction they go. He's got to make a choice now. I think he's friends with Neymar, and he's been through the summer. He has to just find a balance within his life, but it's very difficult at 17. I experienced a lot lower level to that, and it is difficult to deal with. But he's a superstar, and what an exceptional player he is. He just needs to be managed and looked after. I'm sure Barcelona, with the experience they've got within their structure.
It's not their first rodeo, is it?
No,
they've had this.
Exactly. And his personality seems a good guy, a playful guy, but he's always going to get the wrong ones around him that are going to influence him the wrong way. He's got to make a choice, got to have the right people around him, and he's got to be protected. And he is in a good football club for that. Yeah. And but he needs to be protected. He needs to be protected.
If he wants, and hopefully he does, if it looks to me, looking at him, that he is the next genuine superstar, Ballon d'Or. He really is the heir to the throne of Lionel Messi. Yeah. If he wants that, I feel like he can have it if he makes the correct choices. And you just have to hope that he's sensible enough to identify that.
Yeah.
There is a way that he can just have a legacy in football that puts him at the very pinnacle of the game, or not.
Yeah.
Or not.
But what a kind of path to have at 17 years old.
You've got to make one of the most. Yeah, you've got to make these like incredibly weighty decisions. When you're still a child.
Yeah, essentially he is. Yeah. Are we looking at, in terms of the actual teams themselves, Barcelona and PSG, it was a fantastic game. Are we looking at one of the winners there, do you think?
I'm not having PSG. I don't know about you boys.
You're not?
No.
Well, to say that they had their front three out of the game, they didn't have their first choice.
Dembele?
Yeah, but I just... Retaining a Champions League is meant. You know what Real Madrid did.
Yeah, that's an exception.
People can be snide about Zinedine Zidane as a manager.
I know.
Are you crazy? The geezer retained the European Cup 3 times.
Yeah.
Like a true. I just think it's outrageous. Yeah. And history has taught us that you basically don't retain it.
Yeah.
Some fantastic teams have failed in their quest to retain it. So I don't think PSG will. Because I don't necessarily think they're as good as they were, but I also think that everybody's kind of slightly wiser to them and better this year.
Well, catch them off guard this year.
There's some great teams about. There are some great teams. I mean, I feel like Liverpool.
Oh.
Yeah, I do.
No,
really? What? Just get the results.
That's a Man United fan.
Yeah. He's never.
He's trying to
Don't
play.
Say that.
He's trying to play the whole.
Like a dagger to the heart.
He's trying to play the whole impartial host. And then I went no.
I gave myself away.
Yeah, I have a bit of cake. It's all right. Don't worry.
I don't think. I'll go, but I feel like an English winner.
Okay.
I feel like an English winner, but obviously Liverpool, the jewel of that crown.
Yeah, of course.
Through discipline. Yeah. You feel like they're disciplined enough to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Not always in a good way, but I do also think that the amount of money sloshing about the Premier League suggests that Premier League teams should be
ahead.
Yeah. And I think Arsenal, Liverpool, I mean, look, Chelsea in Europe, you can never write us off.
Oh, he threw a little Arsenal in there, by the way. Didn't expect that. That's
Arsenal. Yeah, I think Arsenal might have a chance.
Do you?
Because I feel like they're
your pick, if you had to
disciplined enough. Or Tottenham. But you're looking around. I think you have to be disciplined. You have to be lucky in cup competitions. You never know on the night. It depends whether exceptional players turn up and win you. On the night they turn up and win you the game. But fair play to Rashford as well, another assist.
Yeah, I know.
Which is another step forward. Fair play to him. He's gone over there. He stepped up.
Yeah.
Fair play to him. And it's hard to call the winner. I think this stage in the season, it's hard to sort of nail down because you're still figuring out teams. And there's too much transition. Like I've said, but there's too much transition going on. I think you'll get a better indication first week, second week in November. You're going to get a clear indication of which teams have settled into a rhythm.
You could tell he's in the ring training because he's just
slipped
that question.
But I don't think I can give you an honest answer, and that's why. It's all about honesty, you see. Yeah. You know what I mean? No snides around this table, apart from one. He keeps trying to nick my cake.
Okay, I like it. Right, we're going to stick with football then. We're going to move on to the Studs Up ACCA. We all blanked last week.
It's one of my favourite parts of the week. I was so excited to see Rory go.
You were close.
I was so close to a win. Yeah. But then you've got to give Arsenal so much credit there.
I know.
They were brave. They fought for it.
They
deserved it.
Yeah, I was worried though. I thought you were going to go ahead because me and you were on 0 points each. Ben's, of course, because of that
top of the
first
league.
Week draw, you've got 3 points. But what did you go for last week? I thought
we were talking about your studs up there. Who are you going studs in on? I was all excited. I moved ahead. Still top of the league.
Yeah, that's what you care about.
The actual choice I went for a Liverpool away win. I mean, you've got to give credit how good Crystal Palace were.
Yeah, I told you about Palace.
I know. It's just what Liverpool have been doing in recent weeks. You just believe that they're going to turn up again and get away with it. But Crystal Palace, I mean, they had a lot of possession. Liverpool, they just couldn't do nothing with it because of obviously not trusting the way they need to play at the minute. But Palace, they're so strong, so physical. They're set up. They're so disciplined. They're set up well. And I think it was about 18, 19 unbeaten?
19
unbeaten.
That was 18 and now it's 19.
Which is it's an incredible thing.
He's
what he's done there. He has done so well.
The biggest unbeaten streak
Man United
in the top
manager.
5 leagues in Europe. Crystal Palace.
Man United manager?
I'd take him tomorrow.
Would you? Yeah.
I'd take him tomorrow.
That's what it does, yeah.
No doubt.
Right, so we've got a new round of fixtures. Okay. And of course, this is the last round before the international break. So it looks like you're fine, unless we both get draws and then we'll and you blank. But then we'll work
I'll never shoot blanks.
4 kids, isn't it?
Yeah, 4 kids.
100% record.
I set him up for that one.
You did. That's perfect.
Right, first fixture has been allocated to Mr. David Bentley. It is Chelsea versus Liverpool, of course. I mean, Cara catastrophising. They're all catastrophising at the moment.
I've got to say something. You have given me the hardest fixture to get. I've got to say, there's a little bit.
I'm not sure.
When you're top of the
table,
they're out to get you, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Chelsea, Liverpool. I think it's two teams at the back. They're going to give away goals. I think there's going to be goals in the game.
Been a bit wobbly in the week, both of them. Just a little bit wobbly. I mean, Chelsea did wrap it up though.
They're not playing to their sort of top level. I believe it's going to be a 2-2 draw.
Oh, so you're going to draw?
God, I hope you're right. I'll take that.
Will you take that
do you believe that Liverpool will go and smash Chelsea? I don't.
I don't necessarily think we get smashed in terms of the scoreline, but I think we get beat, and we're well beat in terms of the game overall. I just think that like Chelsea without Cole Palmer, we have nobody to save us, nobody to pull our chestnuts out of the fire. There's nobody there. No. Yeah, but I hope you're right.
But you know what, Rory warned me last week because I said that you'd beat Brighton. But that was a red card, though. I think
I warned you. I think you're going to see a reaction.
I warned you.
You did warn me. You did tell me. So maybe you heed his warning. Are you going to stick with a draw?
I'm going to stick with a draw because you're going to see a reaction.
I'm meant to be an influencer. I've influenced nothing.
We're both influenced now.
He's got a cake to show for it and everything.
Insta.
We'll move on to Rory then. I love it. I love that they give you the Arsenal fixtures because they've gone Arsenal-West Ham here. First of all, it's an interesting fixture because, of course, West Ham have a new manager in Nuno.
Yeah, this is it.
Do you think that'll work? I'll put that to you before you give me your prediction. And then what do you think the game's going to... How do you think it's going to go?
The easiest thing to say here, and this is what I would have been saying, if it was Graham Potter's West Ham, I think Arsenal beat them 5-0. Yeah, 5-0. West Ham can't get the ball off, and Graham Potter, don't know what day it is. Arteta is far too good for him and would have outthought him. The Arsenal team would have outthought West Ham and it would have been over. However, new manager. Tottenham linked new manager. There's no love lost. There's a rivalry between the clubs. I wonder, just to put it to you, you never want to play a team when they've got a new manager. Yep. New manager bounce is a thing.
100%.
You also never really... A team in Europe is never more likely to drop points than when they've just played in Europe. So playing them off the back of Europe, if you're not in Europe, is also a bit of a gift. So West Ham have kind of two gifts here.
Where's he going? So he set himself up. Yeah.
I'm asking. Do you feel like there's a world?
We're not going to say anything. We don't want to.
I've got to be brave. I've got to be bold, and I think it would be very Arsenal to have a major win, and then somehow not beat West Ham. And I don't believe Arsenal win the league. So this is the kind of fixture that I feel they might stumble.
And West Ham have beat them twice. They last two.
I don't know.
There was a big win, wasn't there? There was a big win when Declan Rice gave a penalty away. There was a big win at the Emirates. Remember? I'm going to go for a draw.
Oh, he's gone for the draw.
I'm going to go for a draw.
That's big. That is.
If that comes in, this could do me the world of good.
Yeah, you'll do it. You'll do it. That's you'll be right up there with Bence if he blanks.
Yeah,
but if we don't know, he's already said it. He's already said it.
He's blanking.
He's blanking, is he? That's big. You're going to get the Arsenal fans shouting at you for that one, by the way.
I can see it though.
Yeah, can you?
I can see it.
I like what you're saying about Nuno. To be fair, I do get it. I've been given Manchester United versus Sunderland, and I have to say I hate predicting my own team. I really hate predicting my own team.
Yeah,
you've got to now decide: are you tribal? Do you back your boys, or do you want to get some points on the board?
Well, do you know what? I'm trying to look at it objectively. I am. I think Ruben Amorim is on borrowed time. I have to say that. I mean, I don't know if you saw his interview, sit-down interview with Owen Hargreaves as well. He's come out. He's asking for leaders. He's asking for leaders. And he name drops Bruno. He name drops Harry Maguire. This is a guy who can't even turn his head up and look at a penalty being taken. Yeah. And he's asking for the players to be leaders. So it's things like that are leaving a bit of a bad taste in my mouth. I would love him to do well. Don't get me wrong. Sunderland 5th in the league. So it's they've had a good start. Manchester United, of course, haven't had that much of a good start. But do you know what? I think it's so Manchester United. I'm really tempted to go Sunderland win here or a draw. But it's so Manchester United and it feels so Amorim right now to save his skin just before the international break.
Where is it?
At home, at Old Trafford.
Okay.
So I think at home, we've not done too badly at home. We beat you guys. We had a good performance against Arsenal, albeit we lost anyway. But it wasn't too bad. It wasn't offensive. I'm going to say Manchester United nick it.
No, they don't.
I think we nick it.
I say 1-0. I don't know. Do you truly believe? I feel like
any result is possible apart from that one. Any result apart from that one. Yeah. I can't tell you the result. But it
won't be that one.
There are two other options that
No,
are far
honestly,
more likely.
Is this the final nail in the coffin for Ruben Amorim?
If he loses
before the international
It's
break?
a good time. It's a good time to make the move.
But that's why
There's something
that's why I think he'll
financially
win.
in there, right?
Yeah,
Is
there's
there a
8 million.
financial implications?
Yeah,
of,
I think there's
of
less of a
sacking him
payout or something like that.
Yeah, which sounds like that's the way to run in
that's
the football
very
club.
Ineos as well, by the way.
Southgate in.
It's not because I'm a Man United.
Because you live with that.
I did say though. That
Better manager than Amorim.
He is a better manager.
Would England even have qualified for the World Cup if Amorim was in charge? Let alone
exactly.
get into a final.
Yeah.
So
He'd have asked for leaders.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to go Man United win it. That's not because I'm a Man United fan. I just feel like it'll save his skin for a few more weeks. Then we get tonked against Liverpool after the international break. So I'm going for that. And for everybody who's listening and watching, you can get the Studs Up ACCA. It will be on site and on the app as well at a nice enhanced price for you. So go and check that out as we move on to a new segment, boys. A new segment. And I cannot wait to do this. It's called Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
We all know Mount Rushmore. We all have these discussions. We're going to be given a topic every week that we have to pick a Mount Rushmore for. We all get a pick each. So 1 pick, 2 pick, 3 pick, and we all have to agree on the 4th pick.
Well, can we agree?
Yeah.
Are we true family?
Yeah.
Because then we'll disagree.
We have to find consensus somehow.
Yeah, we will.
So it's going to be interesting. We'll have to come to a majority at least. And this week's topic, what with Chelsea-Liverpool on the weekend, we're doing a Mount Rushmore of Chelsea and Liverpool players.
Oh, here we go.
So
Premier League era.
Greatest ever.
Greatest ever.
Greatest ever Premier League era.
So
Liverpool's greatest ever players.
and Chelsea's combined onto
You only
one
can
Mount
put
Rushmore.
4 on.
You can only
on-
put 4 on.
Oh,
there.
combined.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I thought it was going to be quite easy.
So
I
the
thought
question
4
is-
Liverpool, 4...
Gerrard or Lampard.
Well,
Oh, what with a shirt.
Well, we get a pick each. We get a pick each, right? But the question is, will it just be? Can it be all 4 Liverpool? If you really think about it, can it be 3 Liverpool,
Well, in
1 Chelsea?
the Premier League era,
That's why I know you
it
asked
could
that.
be in the Premier League era. If it's that,
Could be all Chelsea.
could be a dominant
Yeah,
Chelsea.
Yeah, it
line.
could be. But ever, I'm going to go first to kick us off, right? The player that I think we have to put up there, and he's been doing the rounds recently, doing a few interviews as well, which is amazing, is Kenny Dalglish. I have to put him on the Mount Rushmore as one of Liverpool's greatest ever players.
Oh, so we can go back pre.
Going back.
Ever? Oh, wow.
Ever.
It could be all Liverpool. I've got to say, you might be struggling here.
Well, we'll let Rory go.
It could be dominant. It could be Liverpool dominant. This, of course, they've won 20 leagues. So they've won 20 leagues and the record European Cup. So I do totally concede. But I think there has to be an acknowledgement of Chelsea. Yeah. I think if we play by the rules here, Frank Lampard is on it.
Okay.
Frank Lampard is on it.
I mean,
That could be your pick.
You
if you want
can't
him to
really
be.
disagree with that.
I reckon this is easy. I think we've got it.
Easy?
I think it's easy. I genuinely think
Well,
it's
give
easy,
us your
right?
pick first, and we'll take Ben's.
Well, if we said, what about if we said somebody else, Ian Rush?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Is that your pick?
Based on stats?
It's got, well, he's Liverpool's record goal scorer.
Because
Yes, it has to be.
So
Well, that's what.
so
But
your
it depends the other influences on a football club, because Zola, the influence that he had on Chelsea Football Club, he might not have the same stats, but he come in and he was an icon. He's an icon of Chelsea, an icon of the Premier League.
Well, Ben, so let me ask you to lock in your pick first.
Oh.
Who you want to go for? So we definitely got Kenny Dalglish on there and the Mount Rushmore of Liverpool and
I
Chelsea's
think you've got
greatest
to put
ever
Ian
players.
Rush on there.
Ian Rush takes the second spot.
Liverpool's record goal scorer, I've got no
got
complaints
to,
there.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I'm obviously going to put Frank Lampard on.
So I had a feeling that might be your pick, and I'm actually okay with it because Premier League is an era. It is an era,
Yeah, of course.
And Frank Lampard is one of the greatest goal scoring midfielder that Premier League's ever seen.
Yeah. You
So-
can't argue with that.
No.
You
Plus,
can't-
obviously, he's got the shirt.
And he sent him a shirt.
But do you know?
No,
in my head, doing this so far, it's been exactly as I anticipated.
Me too.
And I feel like now, if we all do the right thing, it's quite easy. This is harmony, man. We're all on the same page.
Oh, I know.
We want a dysfunctional.
Have you
fan.
got
We're
have you got a
functioning
Premier
quite
League?
well.
Have you got a Premier League player in your mind here for the 4th spot?
I have.
Oh, yeah.
I knew you guys were going to do
I
this
have.
to me.
I know who it is. What are you thinking? It's not a Premier League player. Are you thinking it's pre-Premier League?
It could be.
But it's so hard that if we
David
start talking
Keegan.
about Billy Liddell and John Toshak and
Yeah,
Steve Highway,
Toshak.
it's like it's hard, isn't it?
Greatest ever. Okay, give me your midfielder. Who do you think? Oh, I know who
I'll
it is.
just go Gerrard.
Yeah.
I think Gerrard is one of the most gifted footballers to
He
have
is.
ever lived. Like, I really do. I've got that kind of people go Lampard or Gerrard, and they kind of make it this,
Yeah.
if you like Lampard. We're not Sharks and Jets, man. I appreciate Steven Gerrard's brilliance. I think he's one of the most naturally gifted footballers this country has ever produced. I think, if you were to say, a team of one player. If you were like, give me a team of, if you were to say that game, I think Steven Gerrard is probably a team of Steven Gerrard's wins the league more so than any other player. He's a better right back than anyone else. He's a better winger than anyone else. He's a better centre half than anyone else. He's a better midfielder. He's brilliant off the striker when he was behind Torres. In terms of like the most naturally all round player, probably half decent keeper. You know,
can I throw, I'm going to throw in a little Liverpool shaped grenade in there as well, though.
You're going to say Salah?
How can we overlook Salah?
We're going to say John Barnes.
Can we Barnes is
That's what I mean.
Barnes is another good one, by the way.
Barnes is a great shout.
But
iconic player. This is why it's so hard to judge. Just to get 4 of the greatest, it'll be a big debate.
Salah, 188 goals. He led Liverpool to their first league title in how long? Over 30 years.
Yes.
Steven Gerrard didn't win a Premier League for Liverpool. I'm just saying, Mo Salah guides them to a Premier League. He's one of the Premier League's greatest ever players.
There's no doubt that everything you said is true, but he's not better than Steven Gerrard. I think Mohamed Salah is a great Hall of Famer, no doubt.
Yeah.
I think that Mohamed Salah will actually be looking at Ian Rush's goal scoring record, and us three would go, there's no way he can do that. There's no way. It's just too many goals. But I think Salah be looking at it thinking, you know, like he's gone above Billy Liddell. Like when Billy Liddell was scoring goals for Liverpool, they were calling him Liddlepool. That's how significant he was. That's how many goals he scored. He's gone above him.
Yeah.
He'll be looking at Rush's record going, maybe.
So you're with me on the Salah show?
I'm with you in the fact that you've brought him up. You're right to bring him up. He needs to be acknowledged and discussed, but dismissed for Steve
I don't
Gerrard.
think there's a Liverpool fan out there that would say Salah over Gerrard.
Can I just put someone on the table? And I want to put him on the table because I know that you'll just be saying bias to me.
Go on.
Should John Terry be in this?
Yeah, John Terry.
Oh, it's a great shout. It is a really good shout.
Tackles with his head. Anyone who does that is incredible.
Incredible on the ball as well. Do you know? I find it so frustrating about the modern day discussions around John Terry. John Terry is one of the most brilliant footballing defenders. John Terry would start our attacks with his weak foot. That left foot ball over the top to Malouda. That left foot ball over the top to Ashley Cole.
Yeah.
He would start our attacks, scored goals for fun.
Yeah.
You know, like genuinely outscored Steve Bruce, like proper goal scorer as well. Completely flawless centre half. The best captain, in my opinion, that the Premier League has ever had. And I don't quite understand how he's like, you know, this
he's
nonsense.
Not revered,
Van Dijk is better than Terry. It's like the most nonsense shout I've ever heard.
Yeah, I actually agree with you on that.
Yeah, I do as well.
But so you're saying that you put Terry on the table. Would you pick Terry over Steven Gerrard for the Mount Rushmore?
I would, obviously. Yeah, I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to make consensus.
Right. What we're going to do is we'll go around the table to agree this 4th spot. If we can't come to a decision, we'll have to just go around again and concede to someone else's line of thinking. I'm going to throw the 4th spot on this Mount Rushmore. I'm going to go Mo Salah. I'm going to have to go Mo Salah. I just think he's to do what he's done for Liverpool, to bring them out of this 30-year, you know.
See, if it's a Liverpool player, I just don't think it's Salah.
You're just basing that on Premier League. I mean, they won a lot of, obviously within Europe with Gerrard, and they've won
Same as Salah, though.
But think about what Gerrard did in that team.
Yeah,
think about what Gerrard did. He's got an FA Cup final named after him.
Yeah.
His performance in the Ataturk was mental.
Who are you going for? Who's your 4th pick?
Gerrard.
Who's your 4th pick?
My 4th pick is Terry. I think it's Lampard and Terry.
Right.
But I also don't want to give us deadlock. And if I have to not pick Terry, I think if we were doing a 4 Liverpool, Mount Rushmore of Liverpool, Mohamed Salah is on it.
But joint.
But he's not ahead of Gerrard in it.
Could we not do a bit of DIY on Rushmore?
Add
a little bonus sub.
I wouldn't be surprised if Trump somehow got himself on there.
I think he was talking about it.
Become 5.
Do you know what I'll do? I'll concede to Gerrard being on there. It's a compelling argument. I think they're both fantastic players for Liverpool's history. Yeah. But I'll stick.
Ryan, I think most people, by the way, people listening to this, people watching this, particularly if the demographic skews a touch younger, will agree with you.
Yeah.
Will agree with you. Yeah. We'll be in the minority, I think.
But Steven Gerrard, let's say he's on there. So that's a Mount Rushmore. So it's Steven Gerrard, Kenny Dalglish, Ian Rush, Frank Lampard. For joint Liverpool, joint Chelsea, not too bad, eh?
I think it is, yeah. They've had so many great players.
I think that we've done it fairly because of the ratio. Like, we've won 6 league titles, they've won 20.
Yeah.
So they should have the majority of.
I like that. See, he is diplomatic. Anybody watching,
Yeah,
he is diplomatic. You know, you're saying
it's
he's
the cake, it's the 007, it's the hairspray. Bosh, I've done him, innit? I've turned him. He turned over. There you go.
Right, we're touching the end of the podcast here. Quickly, forfeits. Have we been thinking about these? I've been given a forfeit suggestion by the man who sanctioned this. Right. Maybe we do like a hot wing challenge or something like that.
Hot wing challenge.
I think that could be quite good. We get like some of the hottest wings that you
I'll
can
take
get.
down of that.
Are you
no chance.
I'll
No
batter
way
you
you better, man.
Listen, you know how deferential I am. You know how deferential I am to your brilliance on a football. Like, I don't want to play football with you, but I'm not doing it with hot wing. I'll smash you up on hot
you
wing.
ain't smashing. Really? No chance, mate.
Just before we go.
No.
Before we go, this is important.
Yeah.
Studs up Enzo Maresca. The geezer came out off the back of getting someone sent off and went, what are we meant to do? We've had someone sent off. Happened after 4 minutes. I don't know if you've heard him talking, by the way. This is a man that is a custodian of Chelsea.
Yeah.
He's a man that's meant to drive Chelsea up the league, knock Liverpool off the title, make sure they don't retain it. He's meant to take Chelsea to a league title.
Yeah.
He's come out and basically conceded the league to Liverpool. Cool, they're good, aren't they?
Oh,
don't you think that's ridiculous?
Yeah, the message it sends to the
Don't you think
players.
that's appalling?
Yeah.
As a Chelsea manager.
So you're going studs up on your own manager this week?
He's trying to get an easy way out there.
I can't believe that the way that he spoke about Liverpool, it was the way that a geezer who sits in the cop and has sat there for the last 40 years would speak.
Yeah.
These lot are good. We're going to struggle to beat them. Anyone's going to struggle to beat them. Like you, Pillock, your job is to find a way of stopping them. Don't just accept that they're better than us. Like Antonio Conte's team didn't deserve to win the league. It had Marcos Alonso on one side, Victor Moses on the other. He made them champions with managerial brilliance. Maresca is supposed to do that.
Yeah.
And he's talking about games being over because we go down to 10 men. After 4 minutes.
Yeah, he's got to
I remember we beat West Ham when we had 10 men. We were 1-0 down. We went down to 10 men at 1-0 down. Manish got sent off. We won the game 4-1.
Yeah.
And then now he's saying that the game's over after 4 minutes. So yeah,
So
it's a bit like me and you with the hot wings.
you ain't got a prayer. You're picking the wrong man.
Honestly,
You might have to change to the world's hottest
well,
curry
I'm
or
going to
something.
win
should
anyway.
change.
The hottest curry or something.
This is
like that, maybe.
unjust on you. We could go. There's that place on Brick Lane.
It's around the corner, isn't it? It's not far. Maybe we do that. Maybe we do the hottest curry or something.
We can meet up on Brick Lane again, can't we?
Hey, you won. This is a bad challenge for you. There's so many things. Like I'm not getting in a ring with you. I'm not playing
No, you
football
are.
against
I
you.
think we
but
should.
You can't do
I
this
don't think-
challenge.
I
Should
don't think
Rory
Ben's
get
will
on
be
the
doing
pitch
it.
with me
Never.
in the ring with me?
Never.
Right, or the hot wing challenge. I think he
hot
should do
wing.
one round
The hot
in the
wing's not
boxing
batting.
ring
Oh, but
or
you
on the
can't-
pitch. Come on.
That's if
Hot wing.
that's if Rory loses, by the way. That's if Rory loses.
He's trying to pick a challenge he's good at.
But do you know what we'll
hot
say?
wings,
Why
you
don't
got
we open it to the comments? Should we do
Bungee jump.
Should we do hot wings, a curry? I ain't doing a bungee jump. Absolutely no
Well,
chance.
what curry do you have when you go to the Indian?
Don't worry about me,
Oh,
mate.
right.
Don't worry about me. Vindaloo for the purposes of this conversation.
There you go. Right, I'm going to separate these two and say thank you so much for watching episode 3 of Studs Up, brought to you by talkSPORT Bet. Thank you. Like, comment, it means a lot to us, and we'll see you next week.